Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start Chapter P, Section 6, and we're talking about rational expressions. Now, a rational expression is just a quotient of two polynomials, so polynomial on top, polynomial on bottom. But because we have a polynomial in the denominator now, we need to talk about domain and range. So our domain is all our possible x values, or our input, and our range is all our possible y values, or our output. Now, any excluded values are going to be the x values that would make the denominator equal to 0, because we can't divide by 0, it would be undefined. In simplifying a rational expression, we want to factor the top and bottom completely, and then cancel out any common factors between the top and bottom. If we're multiplying rational expressions, we want to factor, just as in simplifying, and then we want to cancel out and then multiply the remaining factors. So let's go ahead and look at this example. We want to factor everything here, and you can use the X method or whatever method you like for factoring. It doesn't matter. If you do need to show your own work for factoring, then go ahead and show that on your homework. If you don't need to show your work, if you know what the factors are, then that's fine as well. So we've got our factors here, and on the denominator we're pulling out a 3, and we've got x minus 7. And now we can cancel out any common factors. So the x minus 7 cancels and the x minus 1 cancels. So what we're left with is x plus 1 over 3. Now, dividing rational expressions is very similar. The only difference is that first we're going to flip the second fraction, and then we change the problem to multiplication, and we follow basically the same process. So looking at this example, I'm going to go ahead and factor the top and bottom. Again, I'm doing this in my head. If you need to show your work, that's totally fine. If you need to do the X method or however you factor. We're changing it to multiplication, and we want to flip that second fraction. So now we have x plus 3 on top, and we have x minus 4 on bottom. We're canceling out those factors that can cancel, and what we're left with is x plus 2 over x minus 3. And that's going to be part 1 of P-6.